Will my daughter grow up wondering why we treated her differently from her brother? My son, who I'll call Leo, is 5 and was born on St. Patrick's Day. When I was pregnant with my daughter, Nora, I secretly hoped she'd arrive on a fun or symbolic date too, but she didn't. I've definitely noticed the difference in how I approach things with each child. When Leo was born, I was anxious and wanted everything to be perfect, especially since it was during the height of COVID. With Nora, I've been more relaxed, which sounds good in theory, but sometimes it feels like she's getting less effort instead of just less stress. For birthdays, Leo has had a big party every year since he turned 1, with lots of friends and family. Nora's first birthday was much smaller, just close family and a few friends because of space and timing. We did do a bigger party for her second birthday, but I still feel guilty about that first one. A couple of years ago, I helped my niece build a leprechaun trap for school, and we ended up making one at our house too. That turned into a whole tradition. For the past 3 years, we've had a leprechaun, we call him Rascal, come to the house for about a week before March 17th, leaving little messes, coins, and surprises. Leo absolutely loves it. Here's where things started to feel off. Somewhere along the way, this turned into an idea in the family that the leprechaun only visits kids born on St. Patrick's Day. My siblings didn't do it for their kids this year, even though they had in previous years, because of that belief. I didn't realize that shift had happened. I always thought of it as something fun for both kids. But recently my mum made a comment that suggested otherwise, and when I brought it up with my husband this morning while we were setting everything up, he said the leprechaun is only for Leo. This is the 3rd year Leo has woken up to decorations like balloons and streamers everywhere for his birthday, along with the leprechaun surprises. I asked my husband if we should at least leave something small for Nora too, and he said no, because it's not for her. I then asked if we were planning to do something equally special for Nora's birthday when it comes around, and he said no again. His reasoning is that by the time she's old enough to notice or remember, Leo will be old enough to stop believing in the leprechaun anyway. I don't really agree with that. We started this tradition when Leo was 3, which is only slightly older than Nora is now. Even if we only continue it for another year or 2, I think it's enough for her to notice a difference. I'm worried that when she's older, she might look back and feel like her brother had this week-long magical celebration every year, while she didn't have anything comparable. Combined with the smaller first birthday and just the general second child effect, I don't want her to feel like she got less. My husband thinks I'm overthinking it and making things unnecessarily complicated. We've argued about it, and he feels like I'm turning this into a bigger issue than it needs to be. Am I wrong for wanting to make sure she has something equally special, or for worrying about how this might affect her later?